Let's start easy, shall we? Boy, nobody answers no to that. Can you tell how many triangles there are in this image? If you said 8, then you got it right. Only 20% of people get this one correctly, though. And voila! This looks like a ladder, but it isn't. Can you count how many squares there are here? The correct answer is 13. There are 10 simple squares, then you should count that every 4 squares in this image make a new one, so the total is 13. Pay close attention to this one. Behind all of these little black dots, there's an image. Are you part of the 1% of people that can see it? It's a minion! Congrats if you spotted that. Here's another one in this style. Can you see what's hidden here? It's a Ninja Turtle. Honestly, did you need to be a bit of a ninja to see that one? And what about this one? My, Homer Simpson. Now, there's something hidden behind black stripes. How's your X-ray vision working? You got it if you said it's one of the dragons from How to Train Your Dragon. That's cute. I bet you'll get confused with this one. Can you guess how many squares there are inside this big square? Yikes! This one really confused me. In total, there are 27 squares. Here's how it works. Start with the 13 larger one-component squares. They're the most obvious ones. Then, move on to the squares that have 2 components. There's a total of 4 of those. There are also 4 squares that have 4 components. Then there are 4 squares that have 7 components. And there is 1 square that has 9 components. Last but not least, there's the big square that gathers all the other squares, totaling 27 squares. Woo! So, we'll move on to some hard-level optical illusions, okay? This first one is called the impossible triangle. But wait, what makes it so impossible? You have 7 seconds to figure that out. The so-called Penrose triangle is also known as the impossible triangle because it could never exist in reality. This magical triangle defies the laws of Euclidean geometry. If you follow the ball sliding on the surface of the triangle from the top point, you'll notice something strange. It looks like the left side of the triangle is extending away from the viewer, while the right side is closer to you. The Penrose triangle is the type of geometric figure that can only exist as an optical illusion, because this is what it would look like if we dismember it. Not a triangle at all, huh? Can you stare at this parrot's eye for 15 seconds? Just keep staring at it. I'll tell you when you can close your eyes. You're about to witness another example of an after image. 3, 2, 1, and close your eyes. Can you see a red parrot? Isn't it amazing that even though this parrot is black and white, you have the illusion of seeing the color red? Again, this is just your brain trying to guess the color of something. Now this one is basically a magic trick. Keep staring at this portrait of Harry Potter for about 7 seconds. Don't worry about keeping track of time, I'll do that for you. I need you to stare at this dot. You can blink, but just keep staring at the dot. When I say so, I need you to close your eyes and blink with your eyes closed. Just keep squeezing your eyes while they're closed. Okay, you can close your eyes. Now blink. A portion of Harry Potter will slowly start to appear in your mind's eye. Can you see it? That's witchcraft right there. Now take a look at this image. It looks like the square in the middle is breathing, right? Like it's growing in size and then shrinking. What if I told you that it's just rotating but not changing its size? Here's what's happening. This illusion is called motion binding. It happens when our brain tries to predict the movement of one of the elements in the image. Crazy stuff! This one's another example of a motion binding illusion. These 4 bars seem to be moving in parallel with each other, right? Wrong. They're all part of the same moving square. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. Our brain just gets confused. Don't these snakes move beautifully? Except that they're actually stationary. This classic optical illusion is caused by repeating asymmetrical patterns together with specific color schemes. The illusion mixes lighter colors, like yellow and white, with darker shades of blue and black. This combination makes your retina send signals to your brain claiming that these circles are moving. If you want to debunk this illusion and see things as they really are, you need to stare straight at one part of the image. This way, you'll see that the rotation will slowly come to a stop. So, how many bars can you count here? I know you can do this. Don't give up now. This illusion has left the internet baffled. People have counted as many as 11 bars, but most people count between 8 and 7 bars. According to the creator of this image, there are only 6 complete bars. Try counting from top to bottom, and you'll notice that the upper bars are real. But by the time you get to the 6th bar, things start to get blurry and confusing. That's because the last 2 bars are incomplete. So when you try making them out, they appear to multiply and only leave you more confused. If you trace your pointer down the 7th and 8th bars, you'll be able to see that they are incomplete. They were only put there to confuse you. Can you tell if the dark blue lines are parallel to each other or inclined? They sure look crooked, but in reality, they're not. This classic optical illusion was first described over 100 years ago. But it wasn't until the 1970s that it got its current name, the cafe wall illusion. A guy named Steve Simpson noticed a similar effect on the wall of a cafe in Bristol, and here we are. Now, let's see how this works. First, let's blur the image a little bit. Oh, a little bit more. There you go. This way, you'll be able to see that the dark blue lines are parallel to each other. If you look closely, the little black and white bricks at the intersection of wide lines are what makes this illusion possible. In addition to that, the curved elements inside the blue lines help to make the elusive effect even stronger. Up next, take a look at this black square crisscrossed with perpendicular white lines. Take your best guess. Are these really scintillating or not? If you look attentively, you'll notice that the white dots at the intersection of the grid shift their color from white to gray and back. When you concentrate on a particular dot, you see that it's white, but as soon as your attention wanders, the dot turns gray. That's the Hermann grid illusion. Amazing, isn't it? We can take this illusion one step further by positioning white dots at the intersection of gray lines. All are placed on top of the black background. If you look at this image long enough, you'll notice black dots starting to pop up at the intersections of the grid, creating a scintillating effect. Another name for this illusion is a simultaneous light contrast illusion. As you perceive the dots as white at one moment, and then, almost immediately, you see them as black. Well, these sure made my eyes angry. They don't like being fooled, so I think I'll let them rest now. That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.